It was supposed to be our multi-generational dream. It's trip to Paris. The one where 3 generations would finally see the City of Light together. We imagined creating memories that would last a lifetime. That was the dream. But within 24 hours, that dream was on the verge of becoming a total nightmare. All because of one very common planning mistake that left my parents exhausted and my kids on the edge of a meltdown. In this video, I'm going to share the game-changing activities that not only saved our trip, but brought our family closer than ever. If you're planning a family trip to Paris, you really need to see this. Our itinerary was a work of art, or so I thought, color-coded in a spreadsheet. It was a tourist's fantasy. Day 1, land, drop bags, and head straight to the Louvre to maximize our time. Day 2, a marathon from Notre Dame to Saint-Chapelle, then a trek to the Arc de Triomphe. We were treating Paris like a checklist. That first day was a brutal reality check. The quick trip to the Louvre turned into an ordeal of long lines and overwhelming crowds. My dad, who has knee trouble, was wiped out by the endless museum corridors, and the kids were just bored. The magic was gone before it even began. We had planned a trip for tourists, not for our family. We forgot to account for different paces, different interests, and the simple human need for downtime. The breaking point came in a long, snaking line on day 2. My dad quietly mentioned he might just go back to the apartment, and I saw my mom's face fall. This was it. The dream was crumbling. I called a halt. New plan, I announced. We abandoned the line, found the nearest cafe, and for the first time on the trip, we just breathed. This isn't working, I said. The relief was palpable. Suddenly, everyone started talking. My dad's exhaustion. My mom's desire to simply people watch. My son's opinion that all old buildings looked the same, and my daughter's wish to see where cool Parisian teenagers hung out. On a napkin, we tore up the spreadsheet, made a new plan based on a new philosophy. Divide and conquer, then reunite and share. It was about connection, not collection. And that single shift in mindset changed everything. The next morning, the energy was completely different. We split into 3 groups, each on a mission to find their own Paris. My parents took a taxi to the Rodin. They spent hours wandering the beautiful gardens at their own pace. Then went to the famous Angelina Cafe for a decadent, relaxing treat. They found the elegant, leisurely Paris they'd always imagined. I took the kids to the Day Sciences at de l'Industria, massive. Hands-on science museum where they could run, touch, and play. It spoke to their energy in a way the Louvre never could. And my husband, a photography buff, got a morning to himself, wandering the streets of La Marais with his camera. Our first attempt at the Louvre was a failure, because we treated it like a task. The solution was to reframe the experience, especially for the kids. We discovered that many museums offer kid-focused tours or family-friendly scavenger hunts. These are designed to turn a potentially boring museum visit into an adventure. We booked a private family tour of the Louvre with a guide who specialized in keeping kids engaged. Instead of just staring at paintings, the kids were on a treasure hunt. Solving clues and looking for specific details in the art, it was incredible. The guide knew how to navigate the crowds and focused on stories that captivated all of us. My kids, who had been complaining about museums, were suddenly detectives on a mission. And the grandparents loved watching them have fun, which made the experience more enjoyable for everyone. This works for many landmarks. You can find scavenger hunts for places like the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, and Versailles. Divide and conquer was only half the solution. The other half was finding the right things to do, together activities that genuinely worked for everyone, from age 9 to 75. We found 3 that were multi-generational gold. First, a Seine River cruise. We booked a 1-hour cruise for the late afternoon. Everyone got a comfortable seat, and we floated past the iconic landmarks without anyone taking a single step. It was a shared experience that put 0 strain on anyone. Some services even have a hop-on, hop-off option, which can be a relaxing way to get around the city. Second, the Luxembourg Gardens. This became our go-to for downtime. It was just a place to be. The kids rented vintage toy sailboats for the pond, a tradition that's been going on for generations. My husband and I sat with my parents on the iconic green chairs, just chatting and people watching. It let us be together, but with freedom. Third, a macaron making class. For 2 hours, we were all on equal footing as beginners, laughing at our mistakes and celebrating our successes. It wasn't about history. It was a creative, collaborative experience we did together. We left with a box of delicious, self-made macarons and a truly priceless memory. If you're finding these ideas helpful for your own family trip planning, take a second to hit that subscribe button. We're all about sharing strategies that make traveling with kids and grandparents not just doable, but truly magical. The difference between the first day and the rest of the week was night and day. By ditching the rigid itinerary, we turned a stressful mess into a joyful vacation. Our evenings became the best part. When we'd gather for dinner, everyone had stories to tell. My parents would describe the art they'd seen, the kids would explain a science experiment, and my husband would show us his favorite photos. We were learning about Paris through each other's eyes. We learned to embrace a slower pace, planning maybe one major thing per day, and letting different family members have ownership over a meal or an afternoon treat. So, what was the mistake that nearly wrecked our trip? Trying to force a one-size-fits-all itinerary onto a multi-generational family? The idea that a family trip means you must do everything together. The solution was balance. We balanced group activities with individual interests. We balanced the iconic landmarks with simple, quiet moments. And that flexibility didn't just save our vacation, it helped us find a much deeper connection. Paris is an absolutely incredible city for a family trip. You can have that dream vacation. Just remember to plan for the people you're with, not just the places you want to see. What are your must-do family activities in Paris? Or what are you most worried about for an upcoming trip? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If this video helped you out, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe for more family travel stories and tips.